All right, welcome back to tutorial 30 of Alea Jacta Est. The tutorial aspect of today's will be I'll show you about unit speeds and talk a little bit about um, how it's important to know what your unit speeds are, especially in a very specific kind of situation. And of course, I'll just continue showing you what's happening in the game. I've taken a lot of time to really think about what our situation is here and the best way to proceed. But before going into that, just as like a footnote, this game is being played off the previous patch, not the latest, which was put out a couple weeks ago. And the reason for that is because the latest patch, well, they said it was not save game compatible, and I kind of had a pretty interesting situation here with this game. I didn't want to lose it. So let me just kind of take you around, starting with the west, and you might notice that I have the supply overlay lit or highlighted because that's one of the things I was really interested in. Out west, we're doing pretty well. There is a smallish Pompeian force that's between our small force and then our large force down here, which is currently besieging Signetum. At this point, I'm hoping to finish this siege here in probably about one more turn, possibly, because it's actually it's a size 1 fort, so we can attack. Let's go ahead and attack this. So we'll take it this turn. There's really nothing much in there, and then I'll think about how to deal with what's behind us before we move on and go for Carthage Nova, which of course is the provincial capital, which gives extra EP points. What are they called? Yeah, engagement points, as well as being. Oh, there it is. So Capitolum, the city. This city is the provincial capital, produces extra EP, so that's kind of like a bonus part of the tutorial, or for today's tutorial, I guess. I'm pretty happy with the way things are out west. We've more or less defeated most of their armies, and now it's just the slow process of going through taking the towns. I need to do something in Africa, though, so what I've decided to do is actually this is a size 1 fort. I'm thinking about, can we get there? 11 days. All right, let's try to take this in an assault. I think it's worth a try. We don't know what's there, so let's go assault conservative, and then we'll leave what's left of our force here. Now the issue is we're beginning to run out of supply, so I need to make a decision or do something. Let's go east and let's talk about the speed. So one thing you need to be careful of is different units have different speeds. So like this urban militia here, they only have a speed coefficient of 10, which means if you put them in with your larger force, it slows everything down substantially. So in other words, these units here are not really, they're meant to stay in this region. They're really not meant to leave. Otherwise, they move very, very slowly. So what I'm doing, I'm also going to go on the attack out here. Caesar is going to go to Lysis with basically the entire force and assault. There is quite a large force there, 7 units, power 837. I think we'll outnumber them 3-1, and of course I'm relying on Caesar to his superiority to really take it. I'm going to send these guys out here to take control of this area, and then we have a couple more legions following Caesar down here. Sicilia, it's just a standoff. I don't know how these guys are getting supplied. I mean, as far as I can tell, they shouldn't be getting supplied, but they are. And so Pompey is holding Syracuse with 1 legion and support. We have a legion here that's finishing, and I'm going to send them kind of like a roundabout way to get to Rome. And we have another legion that's also coming to Rome here, trying to get some sort of force to deal with the Pompeians here, otherwise, or might lose Capua too. And yeah, so I think it's kind of a mixed bag. I'm definitely happy that the game's not, it's not easy. Like I'm having to make tough decisions. So let's go ahead and proceed to next turn and see what happens. I think kind of looking back on it, I probably should have maybe left some larger forces in Italy. I don't even know if Caesar really. I mean, it's like, does he need that big of an army out east? It's like, yes, sort of he does. I mean, he's going to, if you want to be assaulting forts and not just having to besiege them all again and again and again, you gotta have a decent size force. So out west, that's first victory. Oh, it's finally moving. There we go. Okay, good. So there was nothing there other than their militia, and we did win that. The Pompeians are also moving out west. Looks like they're not going to try to besiege that town. Ooh. Yeah. Well, could have been worse, I guess. It's not good though. It's not good. We lost about 21% of our force. Well, a couple of defeats there. There may have not been national morale losses, but it just shows you that even in a smallish fort, these guys can really do some serious damage. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting turn. Let's kind of just go quickly review the battle. So we did take this one here, and then we also took this. And looks like there is some 29 supply, so that's nice. It's like, yeah, might be enough. Yeah, we need 64, so we still aren't going to have enough supply there to hold these areas indefinitely. So that was so the first, basically, the two Caesar losses were national morale losses of 1 for each one. I think one of the things that's interesting. I sort of feel like they were reinforced as the battle was happening. Let's see if that's the case. No, they weren't reinforced. So, okay, well, they are besieged now. We don't really have any choice but to at least rest one turn because these guys are so tired. Also, we do have yeah, so those guys will make it. We do have a couple more legions on the way as well. So they didn't actually abandon Sicilia. So there's a force here now that's besieging Messina. And Capua is besieged. Yeah. Okay, so that's a pretty exciting turn. Oh, actually, I was going to show you one other thing. You can see that. If you take a look at these units here with the Roman centers, so they actually have a speed coefficient of 110, so they're slightly faster. 110. Let's see if the legions are just also 110. I figure someone around here is 100. Oh, there you go. Medium cavalry is 100. So you can see different units have different speeds. Like I said, one thing you want to be careful about is if you do have urban militia, you can move. Remember, they move very slowly, so you don't want to put them in a stack that is moving. If your stack is just sitting there, then it's fine to have them in there. Otherwise, be sure to get rid of them. Otherwise, you'll be moving very slowly. All right, this has been another edition of Alea Jacta Est and tutorial 30. See you next time.